what I've done here is I've just got a wireframe just as an example of a very basic application. And I've created some some notes where I'm giving the instruction to the artificial intelligence to create the app for me. So it's not going to be perfect, but let's run through it and see exactly what's going to happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop up. I'm just going to literally copy this with my um, snipping tool. I'm going to copy it. Now, here is Claude AI. Okay, you must make sure you're on 3.5 Sonnet. I'm going to Control V to paste the image, and let's see what it does. Before I do that, I just want to quickly show you what I'm doing. So I'm just asking it to have a login screen. I'm asking it to show a certain amount of attempts when you try log in. I've asked it to create a functional app and based on the screens, and I want it to allow me to navigate. Okay, so it's going to help me navigate through the system. I've then drawn all these arrows. Here's all these arrows. That one's going in that direction. That one's going in that direction. And really, what I'm doing is I'm telling the AI to say, well, if I click on exit, it must take me to the login screen. If I click on calls, it will take me to this screen and the report to this screen. So it's just the navigation. And that's for everywhere. And then I'm going to give it extra notes here. So in this case, I said, use a numpad for the pin, use a keyboard for username, and by clicking on the login, navigate to the next screen, maximum 3 attempts allowed, etc., etc. And I'm just giving it basic instructions in English. So I'm going to copy this, which I've already done. Okay. And I'm pasting it in here. And I'm not even going to do anything. I'm just going to go hit send. Now let's see. It's not going to necessarily get it right for the first time, but what it's doing is it's pretty automatic. Sorry, it's pretty amazing. That's what I mean to say. Let's see what it's doing. It's pretty quick. And I'm going to correct it along the way using the chat. So we're going to see how that all works. If it gets it right first time, I'll be amazed. But let's take a look at it. Okay, so it's already giving me an issue. So I'll just, it's saying it's not including the UI of a table in the code. Okay, so all you're going to do is we're going to tell it to ignore the table for now, just so that I can show you in the demonstration. But what it is saying is the code itself may still be valid and very functional, but it doesn't have the components to be able to render on screen. So I'm going to say use HTML to render the table. I've even spelled it wrong, but it will understand it. So let's see what it does. It's now modifying what I had asked it to fix. And just so that you can get to see how it works. By the way, when you're ready, you'd be able to download this code, give it to a software developer to then help you move the project that you're busy with much quicker. There it is already. Now, it's not exactly as I wanted per the picture, right? So what I'm saying is I wanted a pin with numpad and 4 digits. So let it render, so it's going to render it again, okay? And while it's busy doing that, you're going to basically keep iterating with this until you get it right. So some of the time I'm going to fast forward. Let's see what it does. Totally different experience now. Okay, now I'm going to try log in. It won't let me. I'm going to put in a username. So it's just a sample. So I'm going to go DDD. It's not allowing me to type in here. Okay, so I'm going to have to fix it. So I'm saying number one, not allowing me to type in username. Okay, and let's see what it does there. Okay, and can you see how it enabled the login, which was cool? So I'm going to say when 4 digits PIN is entered, enable login button and make it blue. Okay, so I've given it 2 instructions to fix. Okay, and let me just fix that. And I'm going to say make this responsive. Okay, so what responsive means, again, I've spelt it incorrectly. What responsive does is it will adjust the screen size. So whether you're looking at it on a mobile application or whether you're looking at it on a large screen format, it will respond to the screen size. So let's see what it does. So it should have fixed the 3 things, allowing me to type the username, the blue button of login, and be responsive, which we're not going to really test. So wow, cool, check at that. Username now looks all neat. I'm going to say D111. Okay, it's still giving me issues there, but let's leave that as the username for now. 2211, and I'll go login. So it's not letting me log in. Okay, so not letting me log in. Also, it's difficult to type into the username. Okay, and where's the blue login button? So let's try give it another bash. Hopefully this is going to... Now, what you'll see here is it's actually saying version 5 of 5. So you can go back to other versions that are working, and you can go forward. You'll see me do that maybe a little bit later. Now, this is a paid version of Claude. I saw this on another demo on YouTube, and I thought I've got to just show people the way that I see it. Now, here's an error, okay? All you got to do is you copy this error. You copy it. You paste the error there, and it's now saying, whoops, it understands that you can see there's a syntax error. It's going to fix it and review the component. So let's see what it does. So I didn't do anything. It gave me the error. I copied the error, and I'm pasting it now. An application error, still giving issues. I had a little bit more luck with the previous example that I did prior to doing this video. Let's see what it's going to do. Okay, so let's go there. Aha, now automatically things feel a little bit better. I'm going to say it's David. It's not letting me type in nicely, but let's leave it for there. That I can always fix. Log in, and there's the call screen. So now I'm going to say, great, but where are the rest of my original screens? Again, it's probably going to apologize. Yay, there you go. It's apologizing. So let's see what it does next time. That black button still isn't fixed. Let's see what happens. Well, that's a lot better already. So we're going to get back there. Let me just actually see what's actually happening. If I'm in the call screen, so I'm going to say make the heading blue, or let's say make the heading, blue. Okay. I want to give it more instructions at once. So if I'm going to click on this, it actually takes me there. I'm going to complete the call, and now it's gone. So you can see it said 3 calls. I've got 3 calls left. I'm going to click in Thomas Edison. I'm expecting that, so I'm going to make the phone call. When I complete it, it's going to take Thomas Edison out. You can see now there's no Thomas Edison, and there's 2 of them. Okay, and let me just check on the report. There is a report there. So now I just want to say, well, if I go, there's 250 calls. I need it so that if I complete it, it should technically have gone up to 251. So I'm going to say call increase is not working once a call is completed. Okay, let me just go back to calls. Let's go exit. Okay, I'm going to say make the heading blue on all the pages, except I don't want this heading on the login page. So you've got to be specific. Let's do this. Keep the cursor in the username until the user clicks out using a mouse. Okay. I'm going to message it now and say, okay, login button must turn blue once user is able to log in. Okay. Call increase. Okay, so let's just go in. Call increase. I'm going to go back there. The call count on the report must increase. It must increase once a call is completed, right, on the calls page. Okay, let's try post all of those instructions, and hopefully now version 9 of 9. So at least what this does is you're able to build up as you go along, and you'll get better and better at it. But you're able to then explain to even a developer to say, okay, this is what I want my interface to function like. But more than that, you can literally give the developer the code. It's a big help. Now, if you notice here, for some reason, they're still struggling with the username. But let's just continue. And the login button, not happening. 4 calls, seems like the 4 calls is now blue. Go there, complete the call. So let's report 401. Let's go. Susan Robbins, complete the call 402. I'm going to exit. And I'm just going to say, whenever I type in the username, after each letter or character, what is it doing? It's throwing me out. It is throwing me out of the field where I am typing. Okay. Let's just fix that. Let's just fix that up. We'll use the autofocus attribute. Great. You can use whatever you want to use. Just take me there. Okay, so now I'm going to go DDD. Now that's working finally. Okay. Put in a pin, log in, Okay, let's stick here and sort out this top menu. Top menu of inner, top menu of inner screens needs a blue background. So look, maybe Sonnet needs one instruction at a time. And probably developers are thinking, oh, geez, man, if I was developing this, I would have already done it. So what I'm saying is you're probably right. However, for people that don't know how to code, you can do this so that you're able to communicate with the developer a lot quicker, a lot easier. So let's see where it goes. By the way, what I did find is that with Claude, you're able to share projects. So I can go into this project and I can share this project and work on that project with someone else. Okay, let's see. Hopefully it hasn't lost anything there. Great, that's all working. Log in. Wow, now we're getting somewhere. Notice it actually changed the color of the bar and the buttons. So let me go report, calls, report, calls. Awesome. I want the heading of the page to be in the center of the blue heading of the pages must move to the center of the top blue menu. Okay, so let's do that. And you'll notice I make some spelling errors. That's okay. This is a artificial intelligence large language model which doesn't really care. So don't worry about saying please and thank you. Just tell it what you want. It's going to save you typing. You'll notice, and I'm noticing here, it says 7 messages remaining until 8 p.m. So let's see. Hopefully it gets it done nice. So check what it's saying here. It's telling me what it's updated. It's also saying it removed the blue heading. Let's just log in and take a look. So let's go in and put in David at test.com to whatever it is, log in. There it is. So it's moved that to the center. I'm now going to test. I'm going to go into Jason Man and we're going to complete the call. Jason Man is out. If I go to the report, 401 looks good. I'm going to go to Susan Robbins. I'm going to complete the call. Okay. I mean, that's pretty much it. I'm going to exit. I'm going to log back in. It maintains the information. Now, if you want to get access to the code, you can literally go here. You can download this to a file and give this to a developer to help you now build it. Is there anything else we want to do? Let's just try get this thing to give me a blue login button before I pull whatever hair is left in my head out. Okay, make login button blue once it is enabled. So maybe it just needs better prompting. Let's test it out. You'll notice I've got 6 messages remaining. Before we do that, let's give it a bash. So if this came right, it's basically taken me a few minutes, 13 iterations, 13 versions to get to something which I can actually give the code to a developer. Now, the next step is really, once this is right, I don't see why there's any issue around giving this code to an AI and saying, okay, based on this front end, create me a database structure and a script to set up a SQL database or MySQL database or whatever database you want to use. I believe that you can take this very far. Okay, let's go in. david@test.com. That's not my email address. So if anyone tries to reach me there, it's just not going to happen. Login. It's not getting that login right. I'm not going to continue with this there. Just double checking that everything's good. Telephone number. There is one more thing. I want to be able to hyperlink. This might break it. I'm going to hyperlink the telephone number so that when I click it, it will make a call on the device. Now, bearing in mind, this is most likely going to break it because, you know, there's components that may be missing, etc., etc. If it does, not a problem. I'll show you what I would do. But pretty much this is coming to the end, guys. I just want to, if you want to see more of these type of videos and how to learn, how to prompt, this is just prompting using Claude. But what about prompting on ChatGPT? What about Midjourney? There's so many different places where you can prompt today. But if you want to see more of these videos, please like, subscribe, and just join me on a journey where you can learn things with artificial intelligence. There'll be other things. I've got a productivity area which I'm looking at helping people with productivity ideas in terms of on the computer. And also, if you haven't seen, I've started this YouTube channel very, very recently, and I'm going to show people how to build a YouTube subscriber base starting from zero. In the last week, I had some great success when I started it about 5 days ago, and I'm going to show people every single step of the way how to build a YouTube channel if that interests you, and building a subscriber base. Last check, just coming in. While I'm busy doing that, hit that subscribe button and hit a like. It's going to help me do this. There it is. I'm going to, oh, it's hyperlinked it here, which is pretty cool. I'm also happy with that. And it's hyperlinked it there. I'm going to click it. It's not going to work, which is fine. I'm going to complete the call. That still works. And I can now give this code to a developer to take the next step. Thank you very much. Please subscribe, like, hit the bell icon so that you get reminded every single time that I create a video. And I look forward to giving you more on this type of stuff. Thank you very much.